Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm back from Scotland, but my taste buds are not. That's right, I got back very late last night after sitting in quite a lot of traffic, and you know, I'm not quite ready to end my holiday yet, so once again I'm donning the Isle Brewery t-shirt, and I made reference to the fact a few times that I couldn't really do all of the reviews I wanted to do whilst I was away. So I brought the beer home with me, and this is one of them. It's not as warm here as it was in Scotland, but it's pretty muggy and still. So this is a Passionfruit sour called Best Laid Plans. Obviously, once again, from Isle Brewery. I've said it enough times, they are one of my faves. This isn't promo content. I paid for this, and I paid, as you probably all already know, for many of their glasses, of which this is one. This is called Best Laid Plans. I have already had a sneak peek on the label of this because, well, it doesn't actually say what it is on the can. There's not even a name on the front of it. Firstly, here is a quick look at the can. It's an interesting bit of artwork, I think you'll agree. Gorgeous can art. On the back there it says Best Laid Plans, which is the name of the beer. And I'll run just through the description for you. It says 2020, what a year. I think we can all agree. Not much happened, of course, because we're all locked in our bedrooms for the most part, video calling our parents and turning our hands into sandpaper. We had so many plans for 2020, thwarted by circumstance, we decided to finish the year on a passion fruit sour. Seeds of potential, soured, like 2020. Well, 2021 isn't looking too promising, so here's to the best laid plans. I quite like that. Just a little nod to the chaos of the last 18 plus months. It's 3.5% from memory. I think this is £3 a can. It's one of their, I don't want to say experimental, one of their more craft based offerings. It's about £3 a can, but it's not too strong, so it's still kind of in the premium territory, I'd say, but one of the more affordable. So yeah, you've seen the can. I'm thirsty. Let's get into it. Well, we wouldn't be back in the studio without a crummy pour now, would we? Look at that. Getting a bit of sweet aroma from a distance, but nothing particular. I can tell something has been opened in the room, if that makes sense, but it's nothing more than that. While that settled down, I had a lot of Black Isle beers in the last week. A lot of them on camera, shared with you guys on lives and reviews, and some of them on my own in the Black Isle bar in Fort William. Black Isle Brewery have two bars, I believe, one in Inverness and one in Fort William. But this is not one that I had in any of those previous sittings, and I've not had it before ever. I did see the can design knocking around last year online a bit, but never actually got around to doing an order since it was released. So let's find out what the Best Laid Plans really are all about. Sweet. Got such quite a melon vibe, kind of sweet melon on the nose. A bit of hop profile coming through. There's a particular hop that gives quite a melony impression. I can't remember what it's called though. Yeah, passion fruit now starting to rear itself a little bit. You know, it's a bit, passion fruit is sweet, but it's got a bit of a, you can almost smell and taste the pips in it even when it's just the juice. There's not a great deal else going on. Tell you what though, consistent, oh my, there is. Sorry, we need to talk about appearance a bit more actually, don't we? Obviously the head's not going anywhere super quickly. It's relatively well carbonated. I can see a lot floating up into the glass. It is foggy as you like, big, kind of big bubble, thick head on it. But I don't know if you can see the amount of sediment in that. It's like a passion fruit smoothie. If I hold it still enough, can you? Let me try holding it into the light like that. You can see a bit in there, I think. But yeah, that's, wow. I mean, it's not settling down, there's more moving around. Proper smoothie vibes. Right, let's go in. Cheers. Oh, I say. That is a cracking sour. It's not actually crazily sour, but do excuse if you can hear the fridge that's just kicked in. it is still warm here, so it's struggling a bit, and as a result making quite a bit more noise than normal. But oh yes, it's sweet, it's bitter, it's sour, and it's super fruity. But there's definitely a bit of the hop flavour coming through as well, which is important in a sour for me, because it really keeps the drink in beer territory, not floating out into alcoholic fruit smoothie vibes. This is definitely beer, it's just a very sweet one. It's almost more like a bitter IPA. Well, it's 3.5%, so it's more like a bitter pale with a bit of a passion fruit flair, but the body on it, it's nice, it's thick. That is an absolute stunning drink. Right, quick top to bottom taste test, and then we'll take another look at the can. Initially it's sweet on the front of the top, not a lot of carbonation in the mouth, and then you kind of just get an inclination that's a bit sour, a bit bitter, kind of across the forward middle of the tongue, if that makes any sense. It's not giving too much away, stays sweet, and then just a huge crescendo of flavour. It gets sour initially. I'm kind of acclimatised to it now, so it's not really doing it anymore, but that's when the sour really patches in. You get the prolonged bitterness and a huge splash of fruit. It is really just mainly passion fruit. The melon aroma doesn't really show through in the flavour particularly. And then at the end, on the swallow, you get another kind of lick of fruit, but you get a bit of bitter drying at the back of the throat as well. But only a touch, just enough to keep you wanting to go back to it. It's not properly drying the mouth out. That is really good. Right, let's take another look at this. Is there anything else on here? I mean, I'm going to show you the can again, because that is just a stunner. I've already read that main spiel out. The only other thing on here really is the ingredients, so let's find out what's in here. Ingredients are water, malted barley, passion fruit, hops and yeast. It's straight up and it works. What's interesting is, unless they've omitted it, there's no active souring ingredient in this, which means the sourness is natural and probably just comes from the acidity in the passion fruit, which I'm a big fan of. I like proper sours that use, I don't know, there's all sorts of methods to make a beer sour, but I like them, but if you can do it with that few ingredients, then they're absolutely winning. Black Isle, of course, do everything super organic, which is probably why that is the case, but I think it always shows an air of quality that they're able to get such incredible flavour profiles out of relatively few ingredients, and when all of those ingredients are as natural, I guess, as possible. That is an absolute winner. What a way to end my holiday. Now, my holiday may be over, but this is far from the last Scottish beer that's going to be gracing my lips over the next few weeks. So I've got plenty more coming up, more from Black Isle, more from a few others as well, and just stay tuned for those. So, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like it if you haven't already subscribed, if you will be so kind, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.